Good evening and welcome to Shaler Area Elementary School for tonight's senior night for swimming, as the Shaler boys swimming team will take on Central Catholic and the Shaler girls swimming team will take on Oakland Catholic. Hi, I'm Matt Perucker alongside Mark Povich. We are proud to bring you coverage of tonight's varsity swimming night 2023.
Definitely, Matt. It's going to be a very exciting night, but we'll get more in detail with that when we come back after we meet the seniors.
This time, we would like to welcome your Shaler Area Titans seniors. Swimming has been the perfect escape for the boringness of winter season, and being with my friends has been so amazing, and they have made me love this sport. Congratulations, Sammy! Our next senior is Lorenzo Bassa. Parents, the moon if you are that ambitious, because you can't get to the stars without getting to the moon. What swimming has meant to Lorenzo: at first, swimming was just an extracurricular activity that my parents forced me into. Who knows what that feels like? However, as I kept swimming and maturing as a person, I found that swimming is an integral part of who I am. I learned that life is full of struggles and that one needs to learn how to overcome those. Swimming has meant a lot to me, and I couldn't imagine how different of a person I would be without it. Congratulations, Lorenzo! Next up is Jackson Ditchuk, escorted by parents Jason Ditchuk and Denise Caldone. For his teammates. People tell you that life moves pretty fast. They only tell you that because that is what they are focusing on, time. Never focus on time, focus on what you have time to do. Congratulations, Jackson. Next up, we have men's team captain Noah Long, escorted by parents Courtney and David Long. Words of wisdom to his teammates: work hard, play hard. High school is the beginning of the rest of your life, so you want to do it right. But don't forget to take a moment and enjoy it before it's over. What swimming has meant to Noah: swimming has given me many lifelong friends and has helped make me into the person I am today. It's taught me to work hard even when I don't want to, and to never forget. Congratulations, Captain Noah. And last but not least, our women's team captain, Katie Sullivan. Try to put in your best effort and support your teammates. What swimming has meant to Katie: swimming has taught me that hard work and effort can translate into success. Congratulations, Captain Katie. Thank you to everyone for coming, for supporting the team and supporting our seniors, and we look forward to seeing what you do in the future. And please come back and visit us and support your team.
All right, and welcome back, and we'd like to introduce our special guest, Ed Sircone. So how are you doing tonight?
Oh, great. How you guys doing tonight?
So we just saw the first event is the 200 medley. So we're going to have the girls first. So what is the sort of strategy behind this event?
So the 200 medley relay consists of each swimmer swims a 50, which is 2 laps of the pool of each stroke. As you can see right now, they're starting off with the backstroke. So that'll be the first leg. It'll be followed by the butterfly, the breaststroke, and then the freestyle.
All right, good. We are underway.
Correction, the order actually is the backstroke, the breaststroke, the butterfly, and then the freestyle. Sorry.
So if you're looking for Shaler there in lane 3, lane 1 is the furthest lane away from your screen, at the top of your screen. Lane 6 will be the lane closest to your screen on the bottom. So we're pretty even through the first leg as we're getting ready to do the exchange. Good clean exchange on all 3 lanes as they're moving on to the next stage of the leg, which is the butterfly.
As you can see, Matt, these races are really close together. A lot of times the relays come down to tenths of a second, which really can make the difference between first, second, and third place.
Yeah, butterfly always is the most challenging of these. Takes the most out of you. And
The next
so far,
one-
it looks like lane 4 is taking a small lead, entering halfway through the medley.
The third leg of this now will be the butterfly.
So breaststroke's on the way. Now we're on to the butterfly. Lane 4 is taking a significant lead. She's about 3 seconds ahead of the next swimmer.
And it truly does take each individual swimmer to be able to perform at their best at each individual stroke to really help this race and to win this race as well.
And finally, the last leg, which is the freestyle. You're going to see the front crawl here.
Keep your eye on lane. Just to want to make a call out, actually, the top of your camera is lane 1, and the bottom of your camera is lane 6. So as you can see now, lane 3 is actually pulling out pretty well from lane 2. He's trying to catch lane 4.
All right, so this race looks decided as lane 4 will take it, followed by lane 3, and then lane 2 will come in third.
Event number 2 is our boys 200 medley relay.
Now, Mark, one thing I'd like to mention to you here now is if you look, each individual, each event is swum by the women, the girls, and then followed by the men or the boys. So you'll see that repeat for each one of these events. So now, the men's 200-yard medley relay.
And it is underway. The boys 200-meter medley relay.
As we can see here right off the bat, looks like the swimmer in lane 4 is doing pretty well.
Got a pretty big lead on lane 3 and 2. 3 is slightly ahead of 2. Next swimmer enters the water for lane 4. Followed by 3 and now 2.
You do want to keep your eye, it looks like currently between lane 3 and lane 2 here. The swimmer in lane 2 is actually catching the guy in lane 3 from Shaler, so we really want to make sure Shaler pulls through here on this breaststroke.
Definitely, Shaler is being caught up to by lane 2.
We need Mr. Will Nebbiolo to be able to swim here on this 50. Let's go, Will.
Shaler enters the water. Big gap being formed by Shaler on this leg. Shaler's last leg is about to enter. Lane 4 has a huge lead and is about to finish as Shaler makes their final turn and Central makes their final turn. And Shaler finishes. Central right behind, including the boys' 200-meter medley relay.
That there was a great swim. I do want to add right now, not only are they racing individually and trying to win each race, but they actually do try to qualify or hit certain times to qualify them for our districts or WPIL championships, which is also another incentive to swim fast. So just wanted to make that known. For this next event now, it's the 200-yard freestyle. That consists of 8 laps of freestyle.
So as you see, 8 laps, and our swimmer will be Katie Sullivan. She is in lane 3.
We're having some technical difficulties, so I apologize for those who are used to hearing.
All right, so there's going to be a
slight
slight delay as the names are not going to be announced. So we'll do our job on our end to fill that in because you won't hear that over the PA announcements. But anyway, slight technical delay. They're going to do a little break. So Mark, while we have a quick delay in the action, so going in, a lot of interesting events going on here. We'll be looking forward to both the events of 200 years. We can go back and forth and back and forth.
8 laps.
So yeah, do that 4 times and you get 8 laps. All right, good start. Everyone got a good dive in. As Sullivan has the lead going in after the first lap. Very strong swimming right now on her senior night. And she is hoping to beat her time of 2 minutes and 8 seconds. She has a 2-second lead over her closest swimmers. As lanes 2 and 4 are pretty close, and she has a good lead in lane 3. Good turn there, as she is able to build her lead up to now about 3.5 seconds. All right, Ed, so we're about halfway through this 200 free. And as you were a swimmer, is this where the point where you really have to push in at this point, try to push more?
Yes, especially this last 50 is very, very important. After 8 laps, you got. But what's really important is to try to break this down. Me personally, what I did was break it down into 4 50s. So if you can hit 30 seconds per 50, then you know where you're at your time. So turning this last leg here, this is really important. What you want to do is really bring your kick. That's where you can get a little extra boost or a supercharge or a turbo boost. And as you can see right there, Katie looks like she's really starting to kick up on her kick. I do want to mention, I've known her personally for a long time, and it takes a very dedicated swimmer, and she's done an awesome job. So I want to wish her the best in the future.
Yeah, she has really opened up that lead now to over 10 seconds. She is going to win the race, but let's see if she can beat her best time, as she's going to be coming close.
I'm going to say yes.
And great finish there as she just beat her time by half a second. Great swim from her. 2:08.47 is the time. That is her new personal best.
Yeah, definitely, Matt. That 2:08.47 is a really good time. She looked like she held through to the race, which is really important for all 8 laps. And again, great job.
Lane 4 will take second with a time of 2:22. Lane 6 will take third. And lane 2 will take fourth.
Event number 4 is our boys 200 freestyle.
A great performance there by Katie Sullivan on her senior night. As now we go to the male 203, where we will have 3 swimmers: Braden Bork, Noah Long, and Noah Lang.
I must mention it. Keep your eye on the camera on this. This is really going to be a good race. We actually have a couple seniors in there, as well as a sophomore. So this should be a great race.
Good stuff off the blocks, and very interesting. Noah Lang, not to be confused with Noah Long. Noah Lang's a sophomore. He's shown some really great development in his young career. But more importantly, we're going to celebrate Noah Long. It's his senior night. He's hoping to beat his personal best time of 2:02 as he is swimming in lane 3. Good start, 25 seconds there after that first lane. Noah maintains that 1 second lead over lane 4. He's looking to continue to expand his race.
Noah Lang, sophomore, he is in lane 3 and has the lead for the Shaler area Titans right now. The 52-second split on the last 50.
Good turn there. He's built his lead up to now over 2 seconds. Lane 3's in the lead, lane 4 just behind him, and then lane 5. Be a good battle for second, as it looks like first place might just be locked up. Let's see if Long has a good push in him to finish out this race. And here he comes down the final stretch, as he will finish with a blistering fast time. He'll finish with 1:44. Second place will go to Central Catholic. Third place will be Noah Long. Some very good times. Each of those times are their personal bests. So great runs there.
Still like to mention to keep your eye on lane swimmer in lane 2. Sometimes during these longer events, you do have some separation, but yes, I agree. That time that Noah swam at 1:47.72, not sure if you can see it in your screen or not, but the pool record for that event is actually a 1:42.83. So do your math, it's somewhere about 5 seconons to do the difference. So, and this guy's a sophomore, so that was a great swim.
Exactly.
Noah Long, as a senior, great swim for him. At a time at 1:54.02 is also a very fast time. Anytime that you can go your personal best is awesome.
That's great. He shaped out that time by 8 seconds. We don't have a time for Noah Lang, but that is also his personal best.
Now this next event, Mark, is the girls, the 200 IM. So what this is, again, is almost like the medley relay, but each one swimmer swims each legs of the swims, starting out with butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, and then freestyle. So a different order, but still all 4 legs are swum in this event.
We are underway. Shaler in lane 3, Oakland Catholic in lane 4.
Kaisa is another girl that she's been swimming a long time, and her mother helps out greatly, and they're definitely involved in the organization, which also helps out as well. I'd like to give a special shout out to the parents at this time and everybody that helps support this program as well.
Yeah, definitely. Parents play a huge role in sports, especially the kids in grade school, as they do provide transportation, all this other stuff that just really plays a huge part.
Now, sometimes what you'll see is, and we need this to happen, but say, a swimmer's not, a very good butterflyer. So sometimes when they do swim backstroke in this example, that can either help or hurt or hinder the race. So each individual leg is very important.
Yeah, definitely. With them, there's different strokes. It can definitely hinder or help an athlete, as it can make their splits better or slower.
Now you'll see each swimmer will be starting the breaststroke leg and then followed by the freestyle. as you can hear, everybody cheers. I also have to give it out to all the swimmers here that cheer. It's awesome how they can do that and show the support of their fellow swimmer, because swimming is not an easy sport. But so, way to go, swimmers.
Yeah, definitely not an easy sport at all, but to have that motivation from your teammates definitely can give you a little bit of extra energy or a boost that you definitely can use to your advantage. As Oakland Catholic takes their final turn into their last leg. And Shaler now hits the final turn into the last leg of this relay.
We really need Kaisa here to pull it up, as long as he has some good kicks, which is really important. But at this point, I must tell you that each swimmer is pretty tired because, again, all the previous strokes that were swum.
Yeah, definitely a 200. It's already 8 laps back and forth at the pool. And to add in different strokes, definitely a very difficult event here, as both swimmers do an amazing job. The Shaler just about to finish with a time of 2:43, and Oakland Catholic will finish with a time of 2:30.80.
Event number 6 is our boys 200 individual medley.
Okay. All right, Matt. So as you can see here, it looks like swimmers from Shaler are not going to swim this event, but it doesn't matter. We'll get to see all the Central Catholic swimmers.
So yeah, obviously this is the most challenging event. If I had to think, my personal opinion, it's probably the toughest event. It'd be masterful in all 4 strokes. And Mark, when you talk about swimming, the next event for Shaler is probably going to be has the most participation, the 53. So we have 4 girls going and 6 guys going. So the last few events have been focusing on distance. This one's going to be pure speed. So if you think if you want to equate it to like track, you have short distance runners, you got long distance runners. Same thing's true with swimming.
Yeah, definitely, especially if you are a multi-event athlete. Those distance events and sprints probably do not go together. But as each individual person could be specialized in each event, I think the 53 will probably be one of the more enjoyable events to watch, as is more fast-paced and can have a huge, anything can change. That's really where the time comes into play. These tenths of a second, just the turns, everything comes into play with the sprinting events.
And what's really funny about that is the difference in time between first and second place, or first and 6th place. Let's go ahead and say that could be less than a half a second. So it's very exciting to watch. Definitely, Mark, to confirm what you're saying.
Exactly. So now, while we still have a break, so let's touch on a couple other sports that are going on right now. So going on tonight at the same time is the girls' varsity basketball senior night. You will hear from Joey and Joey, as they will break down the coverage for you there, if this has already been posted. And then Friday, which will be tomorrow, we have the boys' basketball senior night, where they will take on the Plum Mustangs. Again, we're excited to bring you coverage for that.
Back to swimming now. Lane 6 has a huge lead on lane 2, and then lane 4 is right behind lane 2, as they are all about evenly spaced out here in the pool. And it looks like that will conclude the 200-meter individual medley.
Winning time on that was 2:02.87, so great run by Central Catholic swimmer.
All right, Matt, now what we're going to do here is keep our eyes on here. Now the next event is going the opposite end. It's only the 50 freestyle, which is up and back. 2 laps of the pool.
All right, 3 swimmers from Shaler, 3 swimmers from Oakland Catholic. We're going to have multiple heats of this event. It's going to be up and back. We're looking at lane 3 as a quick lead. That is Emily Miller. She is a freshman, so huge potential here, as you see, as she still has the lead. And they're going to come to the line as Miller will win the race. The time of 28 seconds. Blistering fast time. Second place will be Oakland Catholic with 32nd. And third place will be from Shaler. That is Sammy Arrigo, the senior.
Now again, here we got the 50-yard freestyle for the men's, and I can see that Lorenzo Bassa is actually in lane 3. He's a senior tonight, and it was well recognized earlier this evening.
So you have for Shaler, Lorenzo Bassa is in lane 3. Tommy Pogorski for Shaler is in lane 1. And Ryan Lang is in lane 5. Quick change, and they're off the blocks. There's a dead heat in between your 3 central swimmers, lanes 2, 3, and 4, all within half second. As a quick turn down the stretch. And yes, it's Lorenzo Bassa who will win the heat. Winning a time of 24:66. Blistering fast time.
That was a great swim by senior Lorenzo Bassa. One thing that's always impressed me about him was what's called his underwaters. If you noticed on that race right there, he held under the water longer than most other swimmers. He's always had a unique ability to really benefit from his underwaters, which is very important in the sport of swimming. So that was a great swim by senior Lorenzo Bassa.
It definitely seems on those turns as you are underwater and before you break the surface, those can benefit you a lot. And definitely as Lorenzo has a longer time under the water, it can definitely benefit him more, as you said.
So it looks here like what we're going to do is have an alternate heat, which is going to be basically the same event here, but gives an opportunity for other swimmers as well to be able to compete in the 50-yard freestyle.
So yeah, swimmer had to go in to retrieve a lost cap. That was not exactly the most it'll be a little bit slightly embarrassing, but anyway, let's go into the start here as we are all set and ready to go after that slight delay. So Tyler Weissman is in lane 1, William Ray is in lane 2, and Ryan Lane is in lane 5. Also in heat, Ray and Lang are neck and neck as Ray is able to break into a lead here. So he will hope to close out the heat. Lang is trying to pull it back. Can he catch him though? No, he cannot, as Ray will win the heat with a 32.52, and Lang will come in second with a 33.78. And coming in finishing lane 1 is Weissman, as he will finish with a time of 42.37.
That was a great swim by all of them swimmers right there now. So
very respectable times for both. And meanwhile, as the swimmers take a break in the pool, we will take a break as well. We'll be back with you after a brief intermission. So yeah, just like in the girls, it's going to be a one-on-one showdown. Braden Bork Jr., he is in lane 3. The Central Catholic swimmer is in lane 4.
Well, I've actually swam alongside Bork in some of the 500 events, myself and Will Nebbiolo. And they were both pretty formidable foes within the 500 itself. I say foes kind of like as a playful kind of term. Like we were kind of against each other a lot, and yeah, they were both like very very gifted swimmers when it came to this event.
Yeah, exactly. It's great to see you come back as a motivational, Shaler swimming alumni, and I'm sure that you've given him some great motivation, some stories of your time as a swimmer. And especially for an event like this, that dedication, I feel like it's always harder to do these events than it is just do the quick events and get done with them.
Yeah, it's these events that require the most dedication and like almost kind of, in my mind at least, creates a kind of brotherhood between a brotherhood and a sisterhood really between the distance swimmers, because sometimes you guys are the only ones who are swimming those events because you guys have trained the most and are the most familiar with the event. So you guys have like almost kind of have to gab your backs a little in this event because you guys are like the ones that like swim it the most.
Yeah, exactly. Bork and Vitali are the only two Shaler swimmers to do this event. And as Braden has just finished his 5th lap, as he is a quarter of the way through, and he's looking to beat his personal time of best 5 of 5:30. As he's looking to pick up the pace as he continues into his 7th lap. As you see there, the 7 was held in. 7 wasn't moving in it, so they believe he is on a good pace for where he's supposed to be swimming right now. And for this one, you're not as much concerned about your opponents as you are concerned with what can I do to improve my time. As you can sort of get that motivation in the quicker events when you're swimming right beside someone. If you're doing the 50, you're only going down and back. But for this one, you're focused on what you can do, a sort of humanistic idea of what is the best time I can get for each event.
Sorry, again, sorry?
So I was just talking, so trying to see here is as you're approaching the halfway point. And was there sort of like a mindset in your head of like, okay, this is where I have to sort of pick it up, or does it vary as opposed to
I'd say that it varies from swimmer to swimmer. I mean, like sometimes you can like set like little goalposts in your mind. Like if you've done this event for so many times, you always kind of create like I said, little points where you can say like, okay, time to pick it up a little here. All right, pick it up some more here, and then like I said earlier, with like the last 100 of the event, you kind of like go all out with it, and just kind of like give all your gas into it, basically.
So exactly as you see, right on cue, Coach started swinging the board around a little bit, telling Bork to pick it up. "34-second split for Bork there on that 50. So as you mentioned before that you've done this event many times, was this your favorite event or was there another one that you liked more?
I was a breaststroker as well. I like both events equally. The 500 does like almost give you like a love-hate relationship sort of with it, because like it does render you pretty tired while swimming. But if you set a goal for yourself within the event itself, it does become very rewarding. Speaking for myself, the whip-wheel time, which I'm not sure if it's changed. It's been a while since I've checked, but the last I was able to check it. Excuse us, sorry. Last I was able to check, the time for making it to whip wheels was like a 5:08 point something. I'm not sure the specifics on that, but.
And it looks like the Central Catholic swim will definitely be going to the whip wheels. Great run there, 4:47. So he would be very satisfied with that. As you heard the whistle, that was just for the Central Catholics, where Braden's coming up on his 17th lap.
Yeah, that 4:47 time, that would have easily, like I said, if the time for whip wheels is still a 5:08, then that would have easily made whip wheels. So. It's goals like that like if you really set your mind to it, it can really make this event really rewarding. Just try to go after it.
All right, so Braden is going to finish here. He's going to get a 5:36. It looks like he still might have had another 50 to go, but they're going to cut it off there. As we're going to go into our next event, which will be the 200 free relay. So we're going to have 4 swimmers for each team. And so each swimmer will do a 50 and then pass it off to the next swimmer.
And one more thing I'll say before I hit the road is this 50 that they're swimming that you might not be able to see on screen, but it's a good recovery for after the event, especially like after you just got done like pushing yourself at the last stretch of the event. Having this 50 was a nice recovery to like kind of bring your heart rate down and like kind of like get back in the zone a little and not just get out like all pooped and weary from the swim you just completed. So.
Yeah, exactly. The most exhausting events for sure, as you see them cooling down right now. Thank you so much, Jake, for your time with us.
Yeah, it was a pleasure to be here. Happy I could give some commentary for you.
Thank you so much. Great insight there. Jake Picasso, former Shaler swimmer. He has since graduated and has gone swimming in college. All right, so we have multiple lanes going, but the lanes you're going to want to focus on are lanes 3 and 4. Emily Miller will be leading off for Shaler. See, she is in lane 3. Miller's in second. So lane 4 has the lead, lane 3 right behind, and then lane 2 as coming through to the first exchange. About a half-second lead for the Oakland Catholic swimmer in lane 4, but Origo is quickly closing.
Origo's doing a good job for Shaler, closing the gap. Let's see what she can do off the turn.
She probably got down to 0.2 of a second there. She has really helped to close the gap.
Just barely not able to close that gap. Let's see if the next leg for Shaler is able to.
Great split there. That was a 28.76, 56.81 for Shaler after halfway through the swim. Kaisa is now in there for Shaler. Losing a little bit of ground, so it's going to be up to Katie Sullivan, the senior, to try to close the gap as the anchor.
This is Katie Sullivan's. This is her 3rd event she's swam today. Let's see if that will she'll be able to do.
In she goes. She's got about a length. Let's see if she can close that gap. About a 2-second lead for Oakland Catholic, as lane 4 will win. Let's see what their time will be. The group's best was a 1:56, and they will beat that by 3 seconds, as they will finish with a fast time of 1:53. So 3-second difference there between the Oakland Catholic and Shaler teams. That was a nice split by Katie Sullivan, as she had the fastest split on the team. Makes sense. That's why she has her as the anchor, the last swimmer going.
No, I think, Matt, we want to pay close attention to this relay. From what I understand it, the boys from Shaler in this event are pretty close to that WPIAL qualifying time. Unfortunately, I don't know what the time is, but I'm sure you will hear if they do hit the time. So please be aware at the end of the race if that occurs.
So yeah, they're sitting right now at 1:35. So if you're saying they can knock a few more seconds off that time, it could be enough to put them in the WPIALs.
Exactly.
Lang will lead it off for Shaler. He is in lane 3. Lane has the lead by about half a second after the first lap. Lang will be happy with that time as he hands it off to Nebbiolo. Nebbiolo still has the lead by about 2 seconds as he's going to look to hold off the Central Catholic swimmer in lane 4.
As our third leg for Shaler gets ready to enter Lorenzo Bassa, as he enters the water for Shaler, and right behind him is the Raiders. He's extended that lead to about maybe 1.5, almost 2 seconds. As they hit their turn, the Raider hit their turn now.
Bassa and Long are the last two to go for Shaler. Both seniors hoping to finish out their senior night strong.
Noah Long for Shaler enters the water. Got about a good 2-second lead on the Raiders. A lot of hype from their teammates as they come on in this final stretch of the 200-meter free relay. And it looks like Shaler will take it home all the way with a time of about 133.
We'll finish with 133.95. Is that good enough for Whippules? Central Catholic comes in second with a minute 39. And
looking by the coach reaction for Shaler, it looks like they barely just didn't make it for the Whippeal.
Yeah, they cut off time. This was their best swim of the season. But if you take a look at that reaction, just it wasn't quite enough.
And that quite enough, to be honest with you, Matt, could be one 1/100th of a second. The tenths, and then it goes to the 100th, as you see, the 159.10, for example, in lane 6. That's 1/100th of a second, which is quicker than blinking your eye.
Yeah, exactly. And now it's time for the backstroke. The girls will go first with the 100 back. Of course, for the backstroke, they will start in the pool. The Arrigo sisters will be swimming for both, as Alyssa Arrigo will be in lane 3 and Sammy Arrigo will be in lane 5.
Othen Catholic has just a small lead on both lane 4, as he just about a half a second lead on lane 2, which is Oakland Catholic, and then Shaler in lane 3. It's just barely behind lane 2. Looks like they're catching up. Lane 2.
Yeah, Alyssa Arrigo's hoping to close that gap as she sits in 4th right now. So Arrigo's going to come in 4th. She's going to be just behind of her best time. She's going to be about a minute 17. As Sammy Arrigo will come in with a minute 20. So Sammy Arrigo was just behind her best time. A very solid performance on senior night for her. Ryan Lane in lane 3. Going to give some encouragement to Ryan Lang, even though he got through that bad start. He's going to give him encouragement to at least finish out the race. The Central Catholic swimmers will finish nearly simultaneously with 30-second time splits and just under a minute total. Central Catholic will top 3. We're going to close out the men's 100 back.
In lane 3, Ryan Lang makes his final turn. He's about halfway through his last stretch of the 100 backstroke. As everyone cheers him on, as he comes into his final 5 meters. And he will finish strong as everyone cheers him on.
Event 21 is our girls 100 breaststroke. In lane 2 for Oakland's Kayla Rimmert. In lane 4 for Oakland's Molly Hanger. In lane 6 for Oakland, Aaron Price.
Kayla.
All right, so as the female 100 backstroke goes on, or breaststroke, my bad. Ed, I know your daughter is a swimmer at Pitt. How has her season been, or like what is her major accomplishments that she's had in high school, and then how has that like affected her college season so far?
Oh, well, great. Yes, definitely. She did swim the 100-yard breaststroke here for while she was a Shaler area Titan and did extraordinarily well. She is actually continuing her swimming career at the University of Pittsburgh at Bradford, in which she still does swim the 100-yard breaststroke. And I must say that just this past year, she did break the women's 100-yard breaststroke that was held since 2017 up at the University of Pitt at Bradford. So I'm very, very happy that she's not only continuing her education, but as well as her love and the art of swimming.
Yeah, definitely. That's congratulations on that. That's a huge accomplishment to break any sort of record, but especially one that's been there for a while. To break that, it's pretty impressive there. As we have lane 4 in first place for the 100-meter breast.
Yeah, one thing I want to add about this breaststroke is you can hear it's a quiet sport for one thing. It's a quiet stroke for one thing, but it's also one of the most technical or most difficult of the sports. It's also one of the slowest of the 4 strokes because of the motion that needs to be in there. It's a very coordinated sport, and what we'd like to say in the swimming world is you're either a breaststroker or you're not a breaststroker.
Yeah, definitely. As you saw earlier, back in one of the melody relays, you saw as their freestyle strokes, their splits were a lot faster than the breaststroke, as it is a lot more technical and harder to do, even in other events, not alone just the 100-meter breaststroke, my bad.
All right, it's time for the men's 100-yard breast. As for Shaler, Will Ray is in lane 3, and Jackson Dechek, the senior, is in lane 5.
I must say, I do got to point this out as I see this, Mr. Will Nebbiolo over there. I have never seen him swim. He's never swam the 100-yard breaststroke. So it's awesome that he can do it. And a lot goes out to this guy here, too, because he dedicates 110% of swimming, and that's awesome.
Exactly. When you're always willing to try something new, it's always a good thing, recipe for life, not just the swimming world.
Right. And what's also awesome, too, in lane 5 at the bottom of your screen there, Jackson, from what I understand, is I am not really sure who he is. But, you know, again, you can see he's out there trying his hardest, and it's what makes it awesome.
So the Central Catholic swimmer in lane 4 maintains a pretty consistent lead, but the rest of the race looks really close for second. See if Ray can close the gap there in lane 3, as Dechek is right beside him in lane 5. On the last lap, Central Catholic swimmer will win it with a time of 44 seconds, as Ray will finish in third with a time of 45:14 for the split and a minute 25 total.
That was a great swim by all those guys. Breaststroke's really an awesome sport to, or an awesome stroke to watch. Variations are a lot, and it's just awesome.
Yeah, Ray got behind early on, but he nearly caught him there at the end. It was a great push at the end by Will Ray.
At 23 is our girls 400 freestyle relay. In lane 2 for Oakland, Meredith Clear, Caleb Conley.
All right, so last two events. First the girls, the 400 free relay, and then the guys who have the 400 free relay, and that will end the swimming meet here tonight.
And what that means now, each swimmer, there's 4 swimmers, each swim 100 yards or 4 laps of the pool. So again, it's another relay event. It's the third relay event, starting off with the medley that we saw, the 200 freestyle, and now this is a 400 freestyle record. So actually, each swimmer swims 4 laps of the pool for a total of 4 swimmers. As we wait here, I must add, I'd like to add some color here as well. A couple of things you might have noticed, I've been saying the word awesome a lot. And that is true because of the fact that it does take a lot from these swimmers. And also, I must say that they do save the best for last, so hopefully we'll see a nice and exciting race. Not really sure what's up with the hold-up here, but again, because you have the 4 swimmers, each swimming 4 laps, really adds to an exciting race.
Yeah, it looks like just check, make sure the timing system is working right.
Yeah, definitely with such a long race, anything can happen at any time. And definitely with the different people, different people per each change, and can increase or decrease the speed. You can gain or lose place. Anything can happen with these long distance.
Last event, the 400 relay is underway for the girls, as Maylee Lazari will lead it off for Shaler, as they are in lane 3. Very close through a 50. It looks like Oakland Catholic will take a slight edge by about half a second. 29-second split. As Lazari is tasked with trying to see if she can close the gap.
Now, one thing here, it's really kind of funny as we watch this race here. I'm not sure if this is actually occurring or not, but sometimes the swim meet, the entire meet, will come down to this one final event. So what you might see is sometimes coaches actually what's called split their relays. So they take their fastest swimmers and split them over two, because that actually consists of more points to get that final 1 point that may be needed to win the meet. So again, we want to always make sure here that we can, but it's pretty close to the line here. It looks like lane 4 is pulling out a little bit, but hopefully the other legs of the team here can definitely pull some closer and hopefully win the event.
So yeah, good race for second between lane 2 and lane 3. As if you can take a look up in the scoreboard here, Central Catholic has won the meet as well as Oakland Catholic. But a great individual performance by multiple Shaler swimmers, especially the seniors. As Kirsten looks to finish her split. She is halfway through hers, as she's going to try to catch the Oakland Catholic swimmer ahead of her.
As the third leg for Oakland Catholic gets ready to enter the water. And away, third leg. Lane 2, getting ready to enter the water. Shaler coming in their final 5 meters. All third legs are now in the water.
Yeah, Rigo is in there for Shaler. As they're hoping to put forth their best time as they've got comfortably in third place. Oakland Catholic's now in their last leg.
Leg number 4 for Oakland Catholic. In lane number 4, fourth leg gets ready to enter water. And their last leg is now in the water. Lane 2, closing in about halfway in their last lap before the fourth leg enters. Shaler's last leg gets on the block. And away the fourth leg is in lane 2.
Rigo swimming, trying to see what her split is.
The tally lines up, and now she's underway.
It's a good split there, 35 seconds there for Rigo. That will end
looks
her
to be
senior
making
night.
up some ground for Shaler.
Last 50 now for Vitale. As we saw her earlier in the 500, this should feel like a sprint compared to that event.
And that will conclude lane 4's 400-meter relay. Excuse me.
It'll finish with a time of 4 minutes and 8 seconds.
Lane 2 is ready to finish, and we'll close out with around 4 minutes and 20 seconds. As Shaler comes to a close, Shaler finishes the final split of 33.7. Shaler finishes with a final time of 4:30.89. As Oakland Catholic goes for the lane 6, they go for the last 50 meters.
So, yeah, as Oakland Catholic, their last team will finish. Let's take a look at the boys now. So the boys who will be swimming. Noah Long will lead it off, followed by Lorenzo Bassa, Braden Bork, and then Noah Lang will close it.
Oakland Catholic goes to finish. And that concludes the girls' 400 free relay.
In our final event, number 24, the boys 400 freestyle relay. In lane 2 for Central, Jake Watson, Andrew Perez, Oliver Rivers, and Ryan Reagan. In lane 2 for Shaler, Noah Long, Lorenzo Bassa, Braden Bork, and Noah Lang. In lane 4 for Central, McClellan Clark,
And we are underway. The boys 400 free relay. Lanes 3 and 4 neck and neck coming on the first 25.
Yeah, Long's hoping he can finish out with a good split. As he is right now racing neck and neck, as you said, Mark, vying
They
for
stay
first place.
consistent. Lane 4 pulls ahead just barely. But Shaler makes it up in that turn. Neck and neck throughout 75 of the 100 meters of the first leg. On the turn, Shaler is just barely ahead, about half a second. 3 and 4 have been neck and neck this whole leg. Senior Lorenzo Bassa enters the water for Shaler.
Yeah, that was
Right behind him is Central Catholic. Sorry to cut you off there, Matt.
Yeah, that was a great split by Noah Long. He swam a 52 there that time. It's going to give Shaler a good chance to win this heat if Lorenzo Bassa can keep up his end.
Central barely seems to be pulling ahead through 50 meters. About a half a second, almost full second behind is Shaler, behind Central Catholic. Shaler enters her last 25 for the second leg. Shaler lost a lot of ground on that leg. Hopefully, Braden Bork steps up and can make it back up for Shaler as he enters the water now. About a 2-second difference between lane 4 and 3. Lane 4 ahead by about 2.5 seconds as he enters his final turn for his last 25 of the third leg. And to close it out will be Noah Lang for Shaler. Enters the water. Making up a lot of ground on this leg.
Yeah, Bork had a good split there. He had 29 seconds. So that's exactly where he wanted to run.
Noah Lang making up a lot of ground for Shaler as he is on Central Catholic's tail. This is the closest race.
That was a great split. 24 seconds there from Lang as he could hope to finish it off.
As he is catching him up. Just barely, just behind him. That was an amazing split, 24:89, seen from Noah Lang on that last, giving them a final time of 3:33.30 for Shaler. Right behind, just right in front of them was lane 4 Central Catholic with a time of 3:32.48, just about a second and a tenth of a second over.
That was a really great job by Lang. Going through it, we thought there was no way he was able to pull that back. So, really great job there by Noah Lang. So, right before we finish the meet, so Ed, we're going to ask you, what does it take to become a swimmer? How do you sort of become a swimmer and join a great team such as this?
You know what, Matt? While we talk, as these other swimmers still finish this race here, wow, that's a prime example right there. I'm going to mention it right there. Noah Lang in particular that almost caught that guy at the end there. He used to be a baseball player, okay? Everybody's exposed to baseball. Everybody's exposed to soccer, football. But the biggest thing it takes to be a swimmer is exposure. Awareness is key. Everybody knows how to go out and run and do that. But, you know, me, myself, I was at Kiwanis Crawford Pool at Kiwanis Park. One of the lifeguards said, hey, why don't you swim on the Sea Dogs? So that's what makes it awesome. The number one, it's not the dedication that it takes and the emphasis that you have to eat right and wake up in the mornings, but it's the awareness that it takes. And that's a prime example right there. All those guys did an awesome job. But as you saw right there, that's a converted baseball player. And that's what it really takes is awareness.
All right, thank you so much. As we're going to finish out, Shaler's second team will finish there with a nice time. They will close it out.
And as we are finishing up this race here, that the swimmer from lane 5, again, did an awesome job. I would like to take this time to let you know, how do you become with that awareness? In Shaler, we're very fortunate. We have a year-round swim program here. We also can join the Sea Dogs in the summertime at the Crawford Pool at Kiwanis Park. You can join in high school. We're always looking for new and exciting swimmers. I would like to thank everybody, all the coaches, the parents, and especially the swimmers. It takes the help of everybody to make this program succeed. And I'm going to leave it at this. Give it a shot, and you will not be disappointed. So thank you.
All right, and thank you so much for helping us out. McKellar Tommy, expert analysis there. So,
thank you, Matt and Mark, both. Appreciate it.
all right, thank you. That was Ed Cerrone, everybody. Cerrone. We get to see right eventually. So thank you so much. As we're going to finish out here, announcing the swim banquet. Great season for these seniors. This night will be something that we will never forget. So any final remarks, Mark?
Not really. It's just like, it's a very exciting meet, especially for senior night. Just all around, an amazing atmosphere to be here and be a part of this and to be able to commentate on such an amazing night.
All right, going to finish out. Who you're looking at again is Maddie London, the head swimming coach, congratulating her team on a successful meet. And for Mark Povich, Ed Cerrone, and Jake, our special guests there during the 500. We're proud to have brought you this broadcast of Senior Night 2023 for the swimming, and we will see you next time.